Taehyung chuckled seeing the younger's cute behavior. Jungkook had really become a child while being pregnant with one. Are you sure? Yes, the doctor said the due date is still 1 week away, so you can go to work for now, Jungkook assured while he watered the plants with a pipe in the garden. His one hand holding his 9 months pregnant belly securely as he breathed in fresh air while talking to his husband. Well, the thing is that Taehyung didn't want to leave Jungkook alone at such point where his due date is so near. Anything could happen. He wanted to be with him at the time of delivery. But I don't want to leave you alone, his mom would joke to you. I'm not alone. Mom is here with me, Jungkook asked, looking a bit annoyed. He gets irritated quite easily these days. Well, blame the pregnancy hormones. Oh, okay, doll, Taehyung asserted before moving closer and pecking his husband's cheek. He patted his belly and whispered to it. Appa will be back soon, buddy, and fist bumped with the belly. Jungkook giggled seeing him act this way. Taehyung went to his office and now Jungkook again got indulged in watering the plants. After that he turned the water off and went inside the house when he started sweating profusely. His lower stomach started paining and the pressure inside his belly increased. He somehow managed to reach the door and sit on the couch nearby, clutching his lower region tightly as it had started hurting a bit too much. Mom, he called out, whimpering in pain. Mrs. Kim heard him and she came out of the kitchen, her eyes widened. She immediately went near Jungkook, rubbing his palm while asking what had happened. Jungkook was breathing heavily and his forehead was sweating. He couldn't speak anything, just clutched his belly tighter, whimpering in pain. Mrs. Kim understood that he was going in labor pain. She immediately ran out, calling the driver and asking him to take them to hospital. They somehow managed to get Jungkook to the car and when they sat inside, Mrs. Kim called Taehyung. Taehyung was in his office when he received the call from his mom. He picked up. Hello, Mom. Taehyung. Jungkook is probably in labor pain. I'm taking him to hospital. Be there as soon as possible. Taehyung panicked. What? Okay, I'm coming right now. Mom, take care of him please. Yes. Taehyung ran out of his office, his staff looking at him in shock as he sprinted in the corridors like no tomorrow. He got inside his car and drove off rapidly towards the hospital. Jungkook was laid in the delivery ward, injected with general anesthesia to make his body go numb below the waist as the surgeon prepared to cesarean section delivery. Taehyung was holding his husband's hand securely, whose eyes were teary in overwhelming feeling, fear and anticipation. Taehyung patted his head assuringly, murmuring in his ear that everything will be okay. A low horizontal cut was made and then the procedure had begun. Jungkook's heart was beating rapidly, but he tried to calm down himself. After a few minutes the baby's cry was heard. Jungkook's eyes flooded with tears seeing his baby in the hands of the doctor, covered in blood as his umbilical cord was cut. Taehyung cried seeing his baby. It's a baby girl, the doctor announced, patting the baby lightly before handing it to Taehyung, who cried while holding the baby. Congratulations, Mr. Kim, she congratulated. The doctor indulged in stitching Jungkook's slit as the nurses helped Taehyung with the baby. Taehyung kissed the forehead of his bundle of happiness wrapped in white cotton clothing. Jungkook smiled while watching the father-daughter duo. They looked so cute together. The sight made Jungkook's heart swell with happiness. Taehyung bent down to show the baby to Jungkook. She was sleeping, her lips puckered out a bit, with a big cute nose and chubby pink cheeks. The girl was so cute and beautiful. Taehyung's heart did flips and turn whenever he glanced at her. Jungkook smiled, leaning up a bit to kiss Taehyung's cheek. Taehyung sat beside Jungkook, leaning down to kiss his forehead. "Thank you for making me luckiest man in the world, luckiest father with such a cute daughter," he spoke lovingly in baby-like voice. Jungkook smiled widely, caressing his daughter's head as she stirred in sleep, grasping his father's forefinger in her fist. "Oh my god, I'm gonna die of cuteness," Taehyung whispered inaudibly, careful not to wake her. "OMG, me too. I'm gonna die of this man's cuteness right here," Jungkook beamed, making Taehyung giggle and kiss his daughter again. "We're gonna be the best parents for her indeed," the other completed. "Oh my god, get aside. Let me see my grandchild," Mr. and Mrs. Kim taunted Taehyung as they got inside the ward, cooing at their granddaughter. "She looks just like Taehyung when he was born," Mr. Kim spoke as he took the child from Taehyung, carefully rocking her in his arms. Mrs. Kim moved toward Jungkook, kissing his forehead as a blessing and asking if he was feeling alright. Jungkook nodded. "Our family looks so complete with this little one right here," she beamed excitingly, and Taehyung nodded, taking out his phone to click some photos. Jungkook sat up and took his daughter in his hands as the family posed for the selfie. Mr. Kim clicked the photos as the couple leaned towards their daughter, Jungkook's cheek touching her chubby pink ones while Taehyung kissed her other cheek when the photo was clicked. Happy family they were. Jungkook was thankful he got Taehyung in his life, the man who gave him the best version of himself and helped Jungkook become better. Now they were going to be even better as parents for the little girl. Jungkook was Taehyung's happily ever after. Taehyung was Jungkook's happily ever after, while a little girl was their happily ever after.